Testing, one, two, one, two. You know, we talk all this stuff about terrorism, Republicans against politicians, Republicans against Democrats. I mean, if they need this stimulus package, you know, why not? Why not spend lots of money if need be? Why not spend lots of money if need be to make things better? Spending billions, trillions on war, killing, maiming, sending people's children to die. Terrorists. You want to talk about terrorism? You take a man from his homeland and bring him to a country, build it upon his back, and if that's not keeping it in check, always want to keep your heel in his neck. You talk about terror? What do you think it is to be forced to work against your will? Raped on a plantation, for real, for real. I mean, come on, man, let's get deep with this. Let's go deep, you know. The only time this country bombs another country, it's either brown people, weak people, poor people who have something they need. It's time to stop raping and taking advantage of other countries. U.S., with your great American way. Stop sending people's children to die. Stop this mental slavery that exists. Republicans need money. They get it. They're pretty good at scheming, lying, cloak and dagger, undermine, and underhand, under the table type. Here we got a man in office trying to make a change, trying to make things happen. And what we do? We interfere. Bad enough he walked into the Oval Office with a bowl full with things needed to be done, full with damage, with a mess, a total mess. The White House was in a total mess when Barack Obama stepped in. He's not only trying to fix it up for him and his, but for you and yours as well. Health insurance, you know, unemployment, he's trying to change that, you know. Education, he's trying to change that. What good is a society full of undereducated children? That's why we have pinball, Sega, 9 or 8 hours a day. Children letting their minds go berserk in every which way. And it's not the reason, but it's an excuse for mothers and killers all over the city trying to paint a new way to make crime seem pretty. Yeah, you wonder why people out there selling dope. They can't get a job. It's not a reason. It's just a bullshit excuse. Still, why not make it easier to live life on life's terms? USA uses to the fullest. Yeah, to the full degree. That's what the United States is about. Those who run the United States. I mean, we have patriotism here. Not our government. No, not our government. No, hell no. The people and their children. That's the patriotism. That's where it lies. The patriots are those who come back without limbs, missing limbs, brain damage. Our government, our country, their thing is to strut and fuck, not to soothe and rouse and bear witness to lives lost and limbs that'll never replace themselves. We got the nerve to talk about the great American way. What is the great American way? Let's take Thanksgiving, where the Pilgrims came over and the Indians invited them to dinner, and the Pilgrims killed them for dessert. Yeah. Let's talk about Christmas. A day geared on getting you to spend all yours, all that you have, just to give them more. They advertise and over-advertise and over-advertise. You know, last Christmas, they went for a surprise, even though they did over-advertise. People didn't spend that much because they saw. President Bush made it possible for you to see the evil and the wickedness that exists in this country. Him and his father, made it possible for you and your children to suffer. Sent your kids over there to war. The sad thing about it is the guns that killed and maimed your children were sold by our president and his crew and his comrades. Yeah. The World Trade Center? You think Osama bin Laden had? No. That was our country. We made it possible for that plane to crash into that building. How else does a country who's been raping and maiming countries for their whole existence allow something like that to happen? No, it couldn't happen. They're so full of technology, they'll know if a cockroach is on its way into the wrong part of any room in any house where they live, especially where their president lives. Yeah. That's what it's about. The United States of America. Sucks, man. We've got some bad past. Our past says that we're full of shit, we're giving shit, and we're selling shit. And expect our people, our citizens, to eat shit. If it wasn't for Obama, we'd be in trouble. Here's a man who put his life on the line. Every day some sicko out there has been raised with that mentality to want to kill a man of color. And even more so, a man of color who wants to make a change. This society is built upon the backs of poor and weak people by rich people. This is really not America. Most of the citizens who are on top of this country are rich Europeans who have raped their own children over in Europe and came over here to get away from the citizens over there. That's what America consists of. Christopher Columbus. We talk about how he discovered America. He was a barbarian. He was a barbaric individual, just like the rest of them, who came here looking to slaughter, to conquer and control something that he didn't own. Yeah. Let me not get upset, because they don't deserve that kind of energy. I'm just glad that I know the kind of country I live in. And I'd love to live anywhere but here. I'd rather live amongst the animals in the forests, in the woods, in the jungles. At least I know if their stomachs were full, they'd leave me alone. And that is the deep seed of truth. You see, the seed is the deed. No seed, no crop. Default is your fault. How do you give bonuses to failures, to people who fail? How do you take from the poor to pay people who fail with bonuses? Oh, here I go again, getting upset. Sorry. Anyway, without further ado, the USA is totally full of shit. It is us, the citizens, who have the hearts of gold. And some of us have minds that just won't absorb the realities that exist. Children with no chance for a future. And those who had a chance for a future, having the carpet pulled right from under their feet. New York, New York, place of give and take. Watch out how you raise your children, because at some point, the next war will have their life at stake. Glenn's politics. Yes. It's all about that. Having a mind of your own. Thank you. And once again, I'm Glenn Wright, and I approve this message.